Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Between the Ropes TV. Now, for those of you just waking up, like me, if you stayed up and watched it, wow, what a performance off Vasiliy Lomachenko last night. He beat Commey by unanimous decision, but it was the manner that he won. You know, on the scorecard, it was 119, 108 on two of them, 117, 110 on the other. This was always a risky fight, you know, both former world champions. Both, really, the winner was always going to go back into the world title hunt, and for the loser, where did it leave them? Really, you know, I'm not for 1 second saying off that performance that Commey is past it, but it's definitely a harder route back for him now because, you know, in that queue you've got obviously, you know, Lomachenko. Where is he in terms of a legacy fight for Kambosos? That's a massive fight. Obviously, Devin Haney, we've talked about that on the channel, undisputed. You've also got Tank and you've got Ryan Garcia. So, you know, one thing's for certain, Kambosos is a man with a very big target on his back. And he's going to make a lot of money, isn't he? And I think he seems the sort of fighter that he wants to please the fans. You know, he was at the Haney show last week and he said, you know, if someone pulls out, get the checkbook out, I'll step in, I'm recovered, which I love to see an attitude like that. And don't get me wrong, I know critics will say, oh, it might be different, you know, if it came called upon. But I like what we're seeing from Kambosos. There's certainly far less reluctance to mention these big fights than what we've seen previously. But as for Lomachenko last night, wow, what a performance. You know, there was a lot of criticism. You know, he sort of diehard fans after the Teofimo Lopez loss were saying, you know, talking about an injury to him, saying it was sort of, I mean, I did read some people calling it a fluke, which I don't like even repeating that because I thought Lopez boxed brilliantly against him. But, you know, at 32 at the time, he's 33 now. I think the conversation was rightly, you know, what Lomachenko got left is he just too small at lightweight, especially against these bigger guys, you know, the likes of Lopez. Really, it's a struggle for them to even make lightweight. And what we've seen last night is no. Lomachenko is a lightweight and he's still got it. I'm excited by that because I've just said, you know, that opens up a lot of fights for him. I mean, last night he boxed brilliantly and at times he really beat up Commey. 7th round, he got a stunning knockdown, and I like the fact that he looks over to Commey's corner and says, stop the fight. Like, Commey's tough as nails and fair play. He got up, but, you know, he was landing the clean punches. I mean, I think at the end, the statistics show he landed 58% of his power shots. That's a lot of punches. And, you know, Commey, let's just say fair play because he stayed in there, he went the distance, and he went out on his shield here in the final bell. And that's got to be applauded. But it really is a case of what's next now, I think. You know, the lightweights, we've seen Tank out recently. Obviously, Devin Haney's been out. Kambosos, Lopez. I think Lopez will move up. I think that can rule him out the equation. I think he's got no choice. I think Haney needs to move up, I think. But I think we'll get that undisputed fight before we see that move. But for Lomachenko, you know, I know his diehard fans are going to be like, he deserves his rematch for the world titles, getting back in there. But will we see it? Are we going to end up seeing a situation where, I mean, he mentioned this week, and I think in his post-fight as well, that Floyd Mayweather has kept Tank away from him because they know the skills he's got, they know he'll cause him problems. And we've called for it again on previous videos, but I'm going to call for it now. Egos need to stop. I'm sick of, you know, all these different promoters, different broadcasting partners. Work together. Let's get these big fights because, you know, one thing's for sure, particularly in America with Showtime using the pay-per-view model, Fox using the pay-per-view model, there's only so many times fans are going to pay what it can be $80 or more to watch Tank Davis fight Romero, or, I mean, in fairness, Isaac Cruz put in a brilliant performance, so I think he's elevated himself. But, you know, if you're paying that level of money for one night's worth of boxing, particularly with what DAZN are offering, you want to see the big names, don't you? I mean, the pay-per-view model in the UK is different now because you've got DAZN. And, you know, I talk with other boxing fans, we all look at, you know, value for money on a pay-per-view show. So work together, get these fights made, and let's see who the real lightweight king is. I mean, after last night's performance, for me, You'd be a brave man to bet against Lomachenko, but who backed Cambosis to even beat Teofimo Lopez? I got to be honest, I didn't. And not many did. I know you get the obligatory, oh, I thought he might afterwards, but, you didn't hear that during fight week. So, yeah, guys, let's see. Let me know who you think realistically, what we're going to get to see early next year, because they're all available now. As always, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I do apologise. I am tired. It's been a late night. Join us on the next one. We've got a really great week of content this week, but more on that tomorrow. Cheers.